Another warm up. Yes. Those are. Yeah. Moving in just fortress like it's NOIA. I don't even need the army. Why?
What's going on? What's going on? Lozart back at you one more time with another video. Look, I told you we was gonna keep these videos rocking, right? um, so thank you for tapping in one more time to Lozart's frame of thought. So we got to get into it, man. We got to talk about some real stuff right now, man. Like real things are going on in the world, of course. We understand that. You have to have the perspective, like, dang, okay, you know what I'm saying? You don't know what people going through, all of that, right? You know what I'm saying? Just to have that perspective. You know what I'm saying? It's just wise to have that perspective, is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? And then again, you know what I'm saying, still be in the space that you in and still, rock it how you rock it, right? You know what I'm saying? But it's still good to have that aforementioned thought. You know what I'm saying? Like that, the one that was mentioned previously, like, you know what I'm saying, just, keep a good perspective on, where people may be at, you know what I'm saying, and just meet them where they at. I think that's the best way of living, you know what I'm saying, and living well. But man, look, even if you're trying to do the right thing, like Deion Sanders, man, the man of the hour, the man on the screen right here. I'm from Chicago, man, but we listened to a lot of No Limit back in the day. Uh, no pun intended, like, you know what I'm saying. Cash Money as well, you know what I'm saying. Anyway, look though, for real. When it come down to it, man, Deion Sanders, uh, it's one of them ones, and now he's on the level where he's, doing the best that he can. I'm certain with what he's been given at this stage, as he has done at every previous level that he has coached on, especially with, um, you know, the team that he's had around him. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, man, it, all you can do is salute. You know what I'm saying? Let's start there. Um, are the in your face bravado a bit too much? Hell no. I mean, like, he's Deion Sanders. He's a black man. You know what I'm saying? So, one that's just swag. As the good brother, Kwame Brown would say. Um, you know what I'm saying? His mama's cooking. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just that what you got from, the household that nurtured you, when you was coming up. So I'm pretty sure, whatever his swag was is some aspect of his bloodline and his family, you know and pretty sure he attempted to be the best version of that and try to, give some aspect of understanding as he's in a position to lead young men now. you know so I salute the brother, man. We gotta give people their roses. Next thing, how do we think about this though, for real? Because we know that they're coming at his team. you know how do we look at this, and what is the next level? You know what I'm saying? Because he does have a son, you know, that plays in the college ranks, you know, and then again at the very same time, you know, there is also, again, the standard of possibly playing in the league, you know. So what do we have to look at in regards to that? And we're talking about, skill level, ability, because the man was leading the NCAA. I'm talking about, you know, I believe his name is Shador Sanders, um, leading the league. You know what I'm saying? In passing yards. So, and definitely, I'm a sports, historian, man, like for real. Like, I wanted to get into sports broadcast when I was in school. So this is definitely something that I'm very familiar with. But the aspect we're going to speak about it is in terms of the media, because I also studied the media and how it is reflective on our black men in sports. So let's start here. Lamar Jackson, this is my dude, man. Like for real, like he seemed like one of those good, humble dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, and when it really come down to it, like you can't do nothing but salute my dude, right? And so, what we really want to do here is just a case study. But at the very same time, we have to speak about the level of coverage in which, a player of his caliber, gets within the league, right? But then again, at the very same time, the level of coverage that this player gets, when they do something successful, as demolish the Detroit Lions team right here. I sped it up just a little bit for, those who are not, sports fans and stuff like that. It's still a purpose of me having this conversation. He's top five, right? And quarterbacks, he's top five in the entire league, Lamar. And so why doesn't he get the same coverage as a Joe Burrow? You know? Um, why does it appear that, again, even though he is on a level that is something the league has never seen before, you know, Michael Vick included, and Michael Vick is my dude, right? You know what I'm saying? And before, you know what I'm saying, you gotta say like AD and BC with Michael Vick, you know what I'm saying, career and shit. Like the nigga was dope, you know what I'm saying? But again, Lamar Jackson is on the level that even Michael Vick, what I'm saying, gave him the head nod. You did? So he demolished this team. This is just week 7. This is just week 7. I know week 8. They played the Cardinals, Arizona, another talented team. Again, Kyler Murray. You know, um, kind of a Russell. You know what I'm saying, type of quarterback or whatever. You know what I'm saying. And that stature, I wouldn't say his mentality or character or nothing like that. Um, but then again, Russell Wilson. I'm sorry. You know. People be thinking talking about Russell Westbrook, like, nah, I ain't trying to mix up shit. But what I'm saying though is that, like, again, had a good game, Lamar Jackson. So when it really come down to it, the covers in which that they give these athletes that happen to have a little bit of melanin within their skin, right? You did, and then again at the very same time, are excelling. It varies. And we have to pay attention to that. We're going to do a case study on a show that I watched recently, man. Where it shows like it's just kind of like a look at how welfare took over the households, you know, and then again at the very same time, you know how certain elements certain elements of the community was really like focused upon within removing the black man from the community, you know what I'm saying, from the household. So I mean, for real, it's systemic, as they say, right? So I got another video. I just, again, we just talking through it right now, you know what I'm saying. Got another video, of the good brother, Lamar, and we're gonna watch him do his thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's really what it's about right now. You know what I'm saying? So again, when it really come down to it, man, why is the coverage varied? You know, why is it varied in that sense? Oh, let's mute that. You know, take out the captions. We need no captions as well. You know, so why is the coverage varied? And I believe that it really does have like a purpose within the nature of keeping up stereotypes. Those stereotypes they serve a purpose. We did review the clone Tyrone. So stereotypes are purposeful. The love and hip hop shows. I don't really watch those, but I may see a YouTuber who react to it or something like that, and that's how I get like certain knowledge about that. But I don't follow it. I don't focus on it. But then again, at the very same time, like it's still ever present. So it's there. Somebody is consuming that entertainment, right? And so that's how we think that stereotype and it is a purpose. And even some people that are within certain cultures, they could be various ethnicities or whatever, but they could still be in, so to speak, right? Or no one gatekeep, so they were able to have access. And so those individuals, what I'm saying, could perpetuate something totally, erroneous. This man is feeding his family. This man, his mother is, which is interesting, but his mother, is his agent. You know what I'm saying? So she stepped up for that dude like literally her whole life, and she got a bag up there. So I'm not saying that that's the route for women to take. I'm just saying like just sometimes things work like that. You know what I'm saying? And so, but it's not for everyone because someone has been in that position and they, mothers as well were not able to maintain their character didn't allow them to be in the room that they were in sometimes, fathers as well. But what I'm stating though is that in it's a lot more mothers raising these young men nowadays, right? So just speaking, this is a good note. So let's get back to the topic at hand though, because what are we really talking about now? You know, when a few days ago, the Colorado team, Colorado Buffs, Deion Sanders is the coach there. He's doing a phenomenal job. That's a word that everybody's using right now, phenomenal. And I agree. I have no thoughts that program running within a few years. You know, and so that's the literal hope that you know he's instilled within that program there. You know what I'm saying? And that makes a difference. That really, you know. But recently, man, let's jump right into it. You know, recently there was a game the Colorado Buffs had at UCLA, right? And within that, there was an opportunity to, knock them off their A game, so to speak, right? So it seems like that, basically Dion is the leader of, building something. The foundation is there. However, there are still forces that are going to try to attempt to derail um, that movement and that momentum. You know. And so let's jump right into it real quick because I think that this is very important to think about when we are considering, just how things work. Let's listen. I want to listen to Brother Dion.
Let me address this. Our kids got robbed during the game last week. I think that's a travesty, and I would expect the NCAA to do something about that. These are college kids. Insurance at this point in this juncture in their life, we've talked about NILs and how to really maintain their finances. We've pretty much given them financial planners and given them the resources for that. But the insurance part of it, we slipped, and we didn't really educate them on that. So I wish, I know the kids would be forthright in what was stolen, just staff members as well. And now all that stuff should be replaced.
Let's pause it right there. Let's pause it right there. Brother Dion said a lot, but you know what he did? He basically stood up to the media, the people who got the mics and the cameras at him, and he said basically, it's unacceptable. However, he took accountability. He didn't, he gave partial amounts of accountability for each level. So he said the players. He mentioned the players, and then he gave a certain understanding of again, like their level of awareness at that age. Most people at that age, their level of awareness is not as heightened. Some people grow up very fast, like myself, but um, most people, their level of awareness is not at that level. So he mentioned that level, and he gave a certain portion of accountability, like the insurance. And then again, he mentioned the coaches, and he was saying because the coaches are supposed to be able to, talk like in their subgroups and stuff like that, and be able to be like, all right, cool, come on, y'all. And then, he even said, what I'm saying, themselves as an entire team. So he's the face of that, you know. And so commendable. That is commendable right there. But you know what? This is something that typically is not being shown within the press. This is something that, is being shown on people's podcasts and things like that. Shout out to, you know, Frame of Thought, Lozart's Frame of Thought. Hey, like, share, subscribe, man. We talking good stuff over here, man. But for real though, we have more information though. You know what I'm saying? Because there was such a thing as, during that excuse me, during that game, there was a hit. I believe it was his son, Shiloh. He plays, DB. I believe he plays strong safety. So with that being stated, my man saw a would-be receiver come across the middle, and he was like, "Oh man, look, barbecue chicken," as Shaq would say, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's what I'm here for. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so he played the play as effectively as a player at his position playing it at a high level can play that play. And then again, there was um there was some interference, you know. I believe with the refs. Let's see.
Later on in the
Yeah, we don't care about what they're talking about. So check it out. Bang. And then that was a hit. But let's go back a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Let's slow it down. Let's slow it down here. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, because the impact is what they're saying is the focus of the thing, right? But I think it was, hold on, bang. So he hit him in the chest. He didn't even hit him in the head. He didn't even hit him in the chin. So he hit him right in the chest, right? And he's a shorter person, so he had to level him. So that's how he was able to hit him in the chest. So if he would have rose up, then he could have hit him in the chin, but that looked like a square hit, right? Okay, bam, and then he tackled through him, like, you know what I'm saying, bam, right, boom, okay, and then the white boy flopped. No, shout out to the white boys, but I think it was the celebration. I know everyone is saying this, but let me get my take on that. This is very vital, important. Even though that was a clean hit, right? Even though that was a square hit, right? They have a target on them. Oh, let's look at this guy for a second. Let's look at this ref. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. All right. So, you know, he couldn't believe it. Look, he was like, "Man, that was as clean as a hit could get, right?" Oh, this because this is what they telling us. They're telling us that this is you can perform at the highest level, and you'll still have, certain forces that have certain elements that's trying to, slow down the progress, right? You know. So they lost the game. They lost the game, I believe, 16 and like 23 or something like that, something of that nature. You go look it up. However, Deion after the game, and so, for anyone who wonders what a grown man look like, now I'm not saying he ain't go through his trials. I'm not saying he ain't had his ups and downs. Something kept him grounded, right? Okay. So let's just listen.
you planned for everything, and one thing you couldn't plan for was the theft like that. But so, what kind of safeguards do you put in place to make sure that nothing like this happens again for your team?
Well, like what? I don't understand.
Like, just make sure like no kind of theft. I mean,
Oh, we
say,
don't get robbed.
yeah, I
Oh,
mean,
we leave our own security. We don't depend on someone else's security. We leave our own security in the locker rooms and make sure we're straight by our own means. But you got to understand that was on the road. You're not thinking like that. You're not even thinking like that at home. So that was, and you're in the Rose Bowl, man. Like, who robs the Rose Bowl? who who robs the Rose Bowl? So,
All right, he's showboating right there. He's showing up for the cameras right there. I ain't studying on him, but you know what I'm saying? Because like that's a space where you know, as a man, you still be like, all right, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna roll with these punches. You know what I'm saying? Like I would say, like a Joe Frazier. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you will roll with the punches. You know what I'm saying?
somebody. So, but the kid, a lot of the things were emotional things that we're giving to them, like chains and necklaces and gifts. And you got some idiots online saying, well, they shouldn't have that. So they shouldn't be blessed. They shouldn't be blessed.
And we'll stop it right there. We'll stop it right there because you know what? I think that there is, you know, a certain space where, you know, this is seen as inflammatory. And let me tell you why. You know, I'm talking about the Colorado team. I believe that is the case because the Colorado team is not only a group of young men, typically, you know, they have some men that come from elements that are from the inner city. Um, and then again, at the very same time, you do have, you know, your lineman, as he mentioned on the sports show previously. You know what I'm saying? But he said he's going to go and get new linemen now. You know, people got to be willing to, I guess, you know, dig in and fight to the end. You know, so that Warriors mentality would be more so of, you know, something that's you know. And so, and shout out, I'm using the video from uh, Junior. You know, so shout out him, man. He doing great work, man. Just covering the team and making sure that you know, they're represented well. You know, it's a brand. And so I dig. Hey, look, with again the whole circumstance of, you know, being an excellent model citizen, it's not the case. It's not what they want to show. You know, it's other things that they want. It's a lot of other things. They want to show black men like this. The man, who's this? Jonathan Majors. He's clearly walking away from the woman after an altercation that probably was prompted um, somehow. If they see you like this, then of course, you know, you got to be humble, right? You got to be humble somehow. They want to see you like this. You know, again, that's Jonathan Majors' ex. You know, so why do I bring this up? I think that, you know, again, the fact that, you know, everything, everything that is purposeful in life, it has some meaning. You have to stick to your guns. You have to be willing to um, take the good with the bad, the bitter with the sweet, so to speak. You know, that's life. That's life. You know. However, once you have a certain level of goodwill and you have a certain level of focus and direction, I mean, things are, you know, try to deter you or slow you down. But once, especially if you believe in God, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is not a Jesus channel, but I'm just stating there is a certain element that, is to be understood that if you do, there will be levels of attack because everyone want to see how focused you are. And you be like, I'm focused. But they're like, how focused you are? Like, no, you know what I'm saying? And that's the understanding that has to be conveyed not only from the leadership ranks but also through every level, the head coaches, and also through the actual ones that get the work done, the warrior class, the young ones coming up right now. You know what I'm saying? You have to give them the understanding. It's like, yeah, you can do it. Hell yeah. Focus. It's things that's trying to knock you off your game already. The coach is coaching them up, but you have to be able to receive a certain level of coaching so you can be like, all right, cool, or like, he gave me some experiences of what he seen when he was coming up and this, this, that, and the third, and what the bam. So how we playing the game, we're gonna play it according to the game plan because the game plan is solid already. So I think that, again, the way that the media covers all of this, it really does have an effect on the image of young black men, but not even black men. It could be FBA. They get forged into it, and then again, sometimes they have to choose sides and figure out if they're going to be with the white dominant society or with the black underbelly lower class. Because even if our women are the most educated, we still in that space, So we have to work together. That's all I'm saying. I ain't stunning. Not that Kevin Samuels, person in that sense, So at all. So what I'm saying though is that, like, when you're trying to, give some level of instruction, you understand that you got to speak their language first. You got to be able to communicate with them. If everybody watching One Piece, you got to know some about One Piece. That's how you rock with niggas. That's how you talk to people. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it's just being, the respectable figure who been there and done that, and they see you. It's kind of like Big Homie. If it's done in certain ranks and certain levels through life, within life, everybody want to see if you've already passed some level of ranks and levels already, and you consistently being tested, especially as a black man, as a black woman as well. Yes, I know. I feel you. As a black man, they just want us dead. Everybody want us dead. Even our black women want us gone. I'm just joking. I'm joking. But what I'm stating though is that, like, still, men have missions. They have purpose. A man that doesn't have mission and doesn't have purpose, those are the individuals that do get a little bit too much attention. However, sometimes, you know, but even if you do have mission and purpose and you look like that and you got it like that, it'll still repel some women because, again, their mind may not be prepared for what you bring it towards them. The physical, some women still may not be prepared for that, and we have to be honest. So, just saying this right now, what Coach Prime is going through right now, what Coach Prime is going through right now, as a leader of this team, how many women could slide up next to him and be like, yeah, that's my boat, that's my boat. Like, not every woman could do that. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that he would allow any old woman. Look at the brother with the cowboy hat. He got it with him. He got it with him. Y'all better quit playing with him. But no, for real though. For real though. You know what I mean? Like, you got to be a down one. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Not a Jada Pinkett, I think. Or uh, Tia Mari. Just be nice. All right, man. Lozart, I'm gonna just wrap it up right there. Look, hey, Colorado is coming for them, and they know it. So they got to try to, put them on ice or try to whatever. You know what I'm saying? But bruise them up. They put a shot on Travis Hunter early in the year. Tried to bruise him up. He came right back. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. It's an uphill journey. I can only imagine, man, like the type of level of let's be honest, type of level of racism, colorful words and shit that they be hearing at them stadiums and shit, right? Like for real, like USC versus Alabama, like you know what I'm saying, 1962 or some shit, 65 or something. Like you know what I'm saying? With some shit like you know, like that level of whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like not just bottles being thrown, nigga, like effigies at your hotel or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Burning and shit. I don't know, man. Look, James, man. Shout out to Alabama. Look, I'm gonna wrap it up right there, man. All right, peace.